Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday, July 26, 2020. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday, July 26. Oh, I'm the echo. Let me kill that real quick. That was on me. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to blast anybody's ears out. I had forgot that I was doing something earlier today on YouTube before I left to go play golf. We have Greg, we have Sam, Rich, William, Jeff, Ryman, Darren Gilholm, Robert Michael, and Chris Garrett. Little Man and Max is probably in there somewhere. Hello to everyone. And does this guy know what he's doing? No, I don't really have a clue what I'm doing, but hey, it's fun. I enjoy doing it. So, Alex Cheek joins us
said normal.
1 minute late tonight. Getting better. Who knows by the...
John Williams said hi, Ken.
Do what, Alex?
If you knew what you're doing, what would be the fun of doing it?
Well, that's true. That's true. Hello, John. Hello, Tony. Hello, Robert. Hello, Jeff. John Alloy Sr. is in the chat room. Hello, John Alloy Sr. Darren Gilholm is in there. And Everyday Adventure Official left me a comment. And she is from Pauline's channel. And it does look like SpeakerBot is working, so that's good. I did put that
Tony Wallo said hey Ken.
Tony? I did put that exact same thing on my new computer today after I got my mouse and keyboard, and it rendered in a whopping 3
John
seconds.
Williams said Mrs. K.
Valley Ranch, formerly known and owned by the Casino Mobile.
Here's someone's...
That was my phone kicking in with something. I muted it.
Okay. All right. So I played golf today, and we were playing Jake and I against Mike and Steve, and let's see. Yeah. I was the overall winner. I beat all 4 guys.
Tony Wallo said cool.
And it could have been a lot worse than it was, but I was getting some awfully horrible breaks on my putting to the point where even the other 3 guys were astounded as how the ball does not fall in the hole. I won by 1 stroke. I was 17 over par. The bad thing about that was coming off the front 9, I was only 5 over par. The first 3 holes on the back 9 just kicked my butt at 5.66. And then I calmed down. I got all my frustrations worked out. And then I did come back with a couple of pars and a lot of bogeys. So, did I win any cash? No, we don't have any money on the line. But we are going to try to play again next Friday, weather permitting. I'd like to play. There's a couple tournaments in August I'd like to try to play in. I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can. And I don't know that I can't right now because we're not sure what her schedule is going to be. But it was fun. We were
Tony
all
Wallo
playing,
said Wonka Wonka Wonka.
We were all playing very good golf up until a certain point, and then it was almost like follow the leader, that if one person went horribly bad, then we all went horribly bad. I think the highest score, someone got an 8. Jake got a couple 7s. I had 2 6s. I wasn't too happy about that, but it is what it is. So, kind of nice to win after losing so many times. I'm hearing a bell from somewhere. Where am I hearing it? Is that coming
That
from
was me turning my I know I turned my sound up. It went ding, or it just made that noise.
I heard it. Yeah, the ding. I heard a bell.
You're talking about this? There?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
It might have been my system. I think someone sent me a message on Facebook.
Tony Wallo said ding.
Is this the same Ski Man was asking about earlier? I don't know what Robert's asking in chat in Facebook. He sent a message. I know Josh went out for a walk with Aunt Mary today, and he was recording it. I know he was being harassed by someone, and I kicked that someone off the channel. So hopefully that doesn't make Ghetto mad. He doesn't need
There's
to
a
have.
picture above that message.
Okay, there's a picture above the message.
Look at the names in the chat.
Hang on. Nikki Noodles, John Crocio, and Ski Man. Is that Ski Man's real? I don't know if that's Ski Man's. Yeah, it's got to be. I know John exists. He's a real person. And I think Nikki Noodles is actually a real person as well. And then, hello, Joshy and Aunt Amory. And then he corrected his spelling and put Mary. So, yeah, I feel bad for Josh. I mean, I wanted to stick around a little longer, but I was running late getting to the golf course, so I did what I could do, and then I left. Surprised he's not in here yet tonight. So, anyway, pretty interesting day. Got my keyboard, got my mouse. I did go by Walmart after golfing, as I said I would. And I hate that Walmart. They had 2 registers open tonight, which I'm going through the self-checkout for 2 packages of batteries. That's a given. But they had one of the end of the store self-checkout completely closed, which means I got to walk all the way down to the other end. And
John
then
Williams said, "How is the new computer doing?"
Oh man, it's great, John. I can hardly wait until I get a graphics card in it. Now, if it rains this weekend like it's being predicted to happen, I'm really going to test it by bringing in and or recreating a pretty powerful project and then rendering it and see how long it takes to render. I did test the rendering graphics card against this today. The new machine beat it by 1 second. Okay. You might say that's nothing, but the graphics card was slower than the machine with just a CPU. Now, when I do this, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run simultaneously at the same time, the same project at the same time on both machines. I'll render it, get the timing. I'll render it and get the timing, and we'll see which one's better. I'm going to speculate probably. Do what, Chris?
Who was being mean to Josh?
I really don't want to mention the person's name while I'm streaming. You can figure it out.
Now, your old machine has Windows 10, right?
Yes, my old machine has Windows 10.
So you have the difference in the Windows
Correct.
as well as...
Correct.
I wouldn't think that would make a heck of a lot of difference, but what do I know?
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would either, but you never know. I do have some news to pass along. I heard from Sin Vicious today. Why is this showing up here? I don't need that there. I'll do that later. I was going to send a message to Chris, but I can't do it without it going across the screen, so there's no sense. Excuse me, there's no sense doing that. Chris, I'll tell you after the stream is over. Anyway, I heard from Sin Vicious. I did get an email back from Sin Vicious. Sin is fine. Sin is alive and doing well.
That's good news.
That was great news. Now, if we could hear from the other missing in action, lost person, whatever you want to call that person, then that would be great too. I still haven't gotten anything back, and we'll see what happens.
Well, somehow I suspect we'll hear something at some point.
I think at some point in time we will, sure.
Well, we know we have some reason to think he's still there and okay physically or whatever.
Right.
Well, he wouldn't have been following along at all.
True. That's very true. So
I'll be back in a second. I'm being paged by the dog to come feed me.
Well,
tomorrow's packing day for me.
His
One
dog.
more full day.
He's a
Do I go
pager.
to
yeah, one more day and then you're gone for a week. Chris, you were going to say something?
I said his dog has a pager.
Yes, his dog is sophisticated. Very
Matt,
sophisticated.
do you want a pager?
Excuse me. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit and move it over to that way just a little bit. That looks all right. And you can see the green screen behind me. Wow. I just realized the green screen is actually working and I didn't put it in place. So apparently where it's at right now is going to work just fine because I don't see any problems with it whatsoever on the Zoom or in the chat. I did do a little bit of work in OBS today. I do have a question for Sam that I will address after the stream is over regarding OBS.
Okay.
And go from there. So he just did an exclamation vanish or V, and Zoom goes away and comes back. So that's good. Been a good day. Been a real good day. Didn't lose any golf balls. Didn't put any golf balls in the water. Didn't have to take any penalty shots. Jake had to take a penalty shot. He's kind of upset about it, but yeah, it happens. He put one in. He put one in the. Actually, he put two in the water. But the first one he put in the water, he had not used any mulligans yet, so he used a mulligan, and he got a birdie on that hole. So that was a well-spent mulligan. The second time he put it in the mulligan, he didn't have any mulligans left, so he had to take the penalty shot. And he was none too happy about that. I didn't have to take any penalty shots today either. I think I only had to take one. Yeah, I had to take one free drop. I actually landed on the cart path, and then I did get relief from that because you can play off the cart path, but if you get free relief, you should take free relief. It's just the way I look at it. I know Brian uploaded a video about the thing that Doug is trying, and I think Brian actually uploaded a second video about what Doug is trying for tomorrow. I'm not sure. I seen some notification while I was playing golf. I don't do a lot with my phone except keep score and get the ranges when I play golf. Jeff Pearl joins us. Hello, Jeff.
How are you?
I don't know if I'll be there the whole time tomorrow.
I should be, but I don't know. I'm tired, but I'm here.
We got a church event.
I gotta be honest.
Back to school for the whole church, though.
I gotta be honest. I'll be surprised if Doug even has it tomorrow.
Why wouldn't he have a show tomorrow?
Because he's been gone most of the week, I thought. So
Yeah.
He did not schedule one for Monday, so.
Oh, please, let's rub that in. So technically, I was wrong when I said he canceled all week until Thursday. I'm going to have to be careful with my words. I guess I'll have to say, Doug has not
Tony
streamed all
Wallow
week.
said Wonka Wonka Wonka.
He'll wiggle out of that somehow then. So, Jeff, you put a picture somewhere that Robert posted about Josh and John Crocio and Nikki Noodles. Are those real people? Those are actually real people on his channel, are they not? That'd be to Jeff Pearl, by the way.
What was that? I did what again? I posted.
Apparently, you question, or I don't know. We'll talk about it after the stream. I'm old and confused, which I did have to go to that card several times today. I kept getting people confused.
Well, I was turned all upside down today just because I misunderstood something in Carrie's chat, and he said something about me being upside down and all. I don't know.
Oh, so your membership is still good then, right?
Yes, I watched it. It might have been open to everybody today. I don't know. Because he's been I'm pretty sure he might have opened it to everybody because he's been promising Cronus to be on there for so long. So he may have.
That's possible. That is very possible.
That would be the right thing to do.
Yeah, it would. So the guy that was on the thumbnail, because I did get redirected from Doug's stream, the guy that was on the thumbnail, he was from Acronis?
Yep, he's begouting. And the only reason he's a moderator is so he can post links. That's what Mara said, so.
Oh, okay. Did he post any links?
Yeah, he did. Him and Mara were the only moderators.
Well, his channel, his rules. Kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was going to go do something. I forgot what it was. Let's see. I covered John Williams' question on the computer. Yeah, I can actually show the computer over YouTube. I got the capture card hooked up, so I can actually. It's not on right now. It's actually sitting right here behind me, and it's off. I do have the fifth, what used to be the fifth monitor on this system is now the only monitor on that system. And I got to get with Robert, and I'm trying to figure out, do I really want to mount 2 more monitors on the wall? And there's some logistics on that I've got to work out before I pull the trigger on that. But so far, I'm really liking it. I really am kind of chomping at the bit to get the graphics card. See where that goes from there. I forgot what the heck I was going to go do. I got to start writing stuff down. I tell you. Anybody got anything? Anything they want to talk about? Want to bring up? Open mic night. Let's go with that. Whoa, slow down, everybody. Don't everybody talk at one time.
I got one question. Does that include Tammy?
No.
You really like pushing the limits, don't you?
Tony Wallow said
You
really.
do understand, I will be true to my word. I will not put you in the waiting room on a live stream. You do know the other alternative, right?
Yes.
Okay. And no, it doesn't include Tammy. Tammy is your thing. Probably your thing only. I don't know. She probably got a few more subscribers.
No, last time I checked, she's at least got over a million. She's got at least got over 1 million subscribers.
How long has she been doing it? I really don't want to have the Tammy discussion, but how long has she been?
At least I say 5. At least 5 years, maybe longer.
Well, that's good. I'm trying to get to 1,800 by the end of the month. I'm currently sitting at 1,787. Man, each day that goes by, my number per day goes up. At one point in time, it was under 2. Last time I did the math, it was 2.6 subscribers a day between that day and the end of the month. I have no idea what it is right now. Wintermute checked out the exclamation JJ, and that worked pretty good. So that's nice. Good to see that working. If I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. It's just it's a personal goal for me. It would be nice to hit. I thought at one point in time I was on track to make it, but lately it just seems like it's not going to happen. So we are preparing food tomorrow for Sunday if we don't get rained out. Now there's a 55% chance of rain, but I haven't seen what the time frame is or the hours that it's going to rain, so I don't know that we get to have our little get-together picnic or not, because right now it's scheduled to be outside in a shelter in the middle of town in Eminence. I may do a live stream, who knows? Never know. I probably will watch excuse me. I had to laugh at Brian. Well, Brian really wanted to make sure he caught YouTube's attention because he was talking in the background. He was playing something, and then he said, and we'll find out. I don't know if he said tonight or tomorrow or what, but all of a sudden he's not talking, and all you hear at a very increased amount of volume is the background music, which probably will. Tim Tech says, I am sick. Well, sorry to hear that, Tim. Speaking of being sick, my sister has pneumonia in both of her lungs. So we found that. I found that out tonight as I was walking off the golf course. I got a message from her. Actually, was really weird timing because as I'm stepping off the cart to put my clubs away, my phone alerted me that I had a message from her. So no, it's not good. I'm a little bit more concerned about my mom because my mom, you know, her. Looky who shows up in chat. Oh my goodness. Incognito mode is better than a VPN. Hello, Sin. Sin Vicious. Sin Vicious, everybody. Good to see you, Sin. Very good to have the email exchange we had today. I do appreciate that very much. Don't go a month again without at least saying something. We worry. We worry about how, you know, what's going on, especially we know a while back you did have a couple health problems. So good. Good to see you in chat. Tim, sorry to hear you have a sore throat. Hopefully it's something minor and you get over it. Gargle, hot salt water. chicken noodle soup. And that's about all the advice I got. Oh,
Honey and moonshine.
Yeah, leave that alone. I don't know why I thought of it. Mrs. K made cucumber onion salad tonight off a recipe that I found off the internet and forwarded to her, and it was really good. And then we both decided while we were enjoying it that it would be even better with chilled fresh tomatoes in it. So it was good. It's got sour cream, ranch dressing, mayonnaise. Oh, how'd you say that? Mayo. It has mayonnaise in it. She said it really funny. Cucumbers, onions, some kind of dill. There's dill in it. I could taste the dill. Dill was really spot on. I mean, it was not too much, not too little. You could tell it was there, and it wasn't overbearing. It was really, really good.
I thought you were going to say it had vinegar. I thought you were going to say it has vinegar in it.
I don't think it had. I don't think I saw.
Some people make cucumber, onion, and tomato salad with vinegar.
Yeah. I don't think it had vinegar, and I don't really remember the recipe all that much, even though I sent it to her.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to start doing if I see. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Jeff.
excuse me, Ken. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Your mother.
No, I interrupted you. I apologize. Go.
No, I defer to you, sir.
Well, my mother made it that way, especially cucumbers and onions in the vinegar. Occasionally tomato in it. If you had nice homegrown tomatoes and they would slice them, ripened on the vine, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That must be a Kansas and an Arkansas thing.
We had it here in Indiana.
Tony
growing up.
Wallow said, "Hello, Greg Guy."
I know, I'm being funny.
Hello, Greg Guy. Tony Wallow says.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. My ancestors were from both the North and the South. I had relatives that fought on the opposite side of the Civil War. And the food tended to be more from
Ken
the
Stout
southern
Life
side.
said hello, Tony.
I thought there was a hello, Tony, in there. Exclamation mark. Yeah.
Official
Exclamation
said
T
hello, Tony.
Is hello, Tony. Long Dog joins
Tony
us. I
Willow
have
said
homegrown.
Mrs. K.
Yeah, we don't have tomatoes this year.
Official
Usually,
hello, great guy.
my
English.
daughter-in-law.
John Williams said hello, Tony.
Yep, that works. My daughter-in-law usually gives us 4 or 5 pots of tomatoes. She didn't do that this year. And I kind of realized that this morning, that we don't have any tomatoes. We usually do have tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't try to grow
Purple
anything
Cherokee. There's a tomato called Purple Cherokee. Never heard of it.
Cherokee.
Long Dog put it in chat. I like homegrown tomatoes. He grosses himself out, and maybe that's a dragon thing. I don't know.
He grows himself, I think.
Grows. Oh, okay. That's the dragon
things.
speak. Okay, gotcha.
It might be a native. It might be a Native American thing. Purple Cherokee.
Probably an heirloom variety.
Could be the Desert Empire thing for all we know. No, I'm sure it's grows, and the speaking dragon picked it up as that.
Well, if some of us grew it, it might be gross too. Who knows?
Yeah, sorry about that. Grows. I grow my own tomatoes, and the purple. I've never heard of Purple Cherokee tomatoes. Never. We like Mrs. Lorna and I like Roma tomatoes. We've been hooked on those for quite a good number of years now.
What about Roman noodles?
Roman noodles.
I'm just.
And we try different varieties. She eats a lot of noodles. I don't, obviously, because of my diabetes. Time to time, yes. I absolutely cannot stand cherry tomatoes. I don't know why. I like tomatoes. But every time we go to dinner somewhere and I get a salad and it's got cherry tomatoes in it, Lorna gets all the cherry tomatoes. And usually I get all of her onions. We're a very strange couple of people.
Yes, these are very sweet.
I don't like them. I don't know why.
You know something even more funny? I don't like tomatoes, but I will eat like salsa from the Mexican restaurant, and I will eat like marinara sauce when I eat pizza, and I like tomato sauce on pizza. I don't know, that's just weird.
I'm on the same way.
This is like biting into eating one of these is like biting into a raspberry.
If you're showing us a tomato, we are not seeing it, or I didn't
I'm
see
not
it.
showing you a tomato.
All right.
I'm sticking a link into
I
a
said
page that
it's
shows
like-
some of the
Oh, okay.
heirloom varieties. One of them is the Cherokee.
Yes, Tim, I don't have a picture of you. If you want to be on the clock, then send me a picture. I think that's in the description that if I don't have a picture for you and you want to be on there, send me a picture and I'll
English.
get it worked in.
It's funny. I'll never forget. It was one day we all three of us went through the Sonic drive-through, and my mom don't like tomatoes or mayonnaise on her hamburger, and so she said she wanted a hamburger with everything but tomato and mayonnaise, and she wanted mustard on it. Well, with everything else. Well, the Sonic worker misinterpreted the order, and all she got was hamburger patty, bun, and mustard. Nothing else.
It happens.
Yep.
So one day I pulled up. I don't eat ketchup mustard on my hamburger and all. So I pull up to, I think it was Burger King, and I get a cheeseburger plain. I plainly said cheeseburger, and they asked if I still wanted the cheese on it.
Yeah. Was that Burger King by chance? They're good for that.
Yeah, I think it was Burger King. I was like, are they being a smart aleck or what are they?
I really don't know, but I know Burger King is that way. We go there and same thing. You know, we want a cheeseburger. Well, would you like cheese with that? Sure. I don't
Out
know.
here, Burger King, the one near me, is just god awful at getting orders right. When we lived in Aiken, South Carolina, we liked the Burger King there. They did everything like they were supposed to. I think it depends a whole lot on who's running the particular location.
Yeah, I do. I think so too. Yes, Chris.
And guess what? They still put tomatoes. They still put ketchup and all of it.
We stopped going to McDonald's, and we will not go to this Burger King that's just literally 0.2 of a mile away. I will go to the one that's 10 miles away first before I would go there. And we've basically tried to cut all fast food out of our diet. Just it's not healthy for us. So as long as she's not working,
I will take my grandchildren to McDonald's near me, but I don't get anything myself.
I used to like their coffee.
I don't.
But even
some of the McDonald's when we lived in Aiken, South Carolina, had great coffee. In fact, there was a regular thing once every month to 2 months of you could go there in the morning, and some of the cops would come and talk to everybody, and the McDonald's gave everybody free coffee when that happened.
See, Nate the Man 2009 put a comment in, but then he took it away before I could read it. Hello, Nate. And Long Dog dropped us a link on Burger King is better than McDonald's. It used to be. Now, when we're on vacation, we'll eat at Burger King.
Depends which ones you go to. McDonald's has gotten more expensive faster than some of the other ones, I think. But
I just go to the microwave and nuke a burger.
What about Whataburger? I liked Whataburger when I worked for Whataburger. When I was just fresh out of high school, I really liked Whataburger. We forgot to eat Whataburger when we went west this past April, and I really felt bad about it. Almost to the point when we went past one, which I figured was going to be the last one we had a chance. I almost got off the next exit to swing back around to go to Whataburger, but then I thought, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. There's always the proverbial next time. So, but yeah, Whataburger used to have good food. Do what?
Where were you living when you worked for Whataburger?
I lived in, I started out in Killeen, and then I transferred up to Waco.
Oh, okay.
And then I transferred out to Midland, Odessa. And you want to talk about a boring, long drive. Drive from Waco, Texas
John
to Midland,
Williams
Odessa.
said good night, everyone. You too,
Good night, John. Oh, it's 10:30. Hello, Steve Dodd.
well-
Steve is in chat.
Yeah, my wife has several relatives that live near Killeen and Gatesville, right in that area there.
Yeah.
Her cousin that lives in Florida now was from Killeen originally. Grew up there.
And I hated Midland, Odessa. I liked living in Austin. When I finally made it to Austin, I loved Austin, Texas. Wouldn't mind going back.
Midland and Odessa, they're smaller towns, aren't they?
They're out in West Texas, and they're kind of practically butted up against one another. But yeah, at that time they were smaller towns. I don't know what they are now. I mean, geez, I'm 65. That was 18. So do the math. What's that? 47 years. Well, that's probably changed in that amount of time. I'm sure I can't walk into Waterbury and go, "Hey, remember me?" Randy Quaid. Independence Day. Anyway, beefsteak tomatoes are pretty good. Yes.
I had Whataburger a few times when we've been down in Texas for family reunions.
Yep. I meant to.
And also this place called Fazoli's. It's kind of like
we have Fazoli's here.
Fast food Italian type of.
Yeah.
They got really good breadsticks.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not
all right.
There's not. We used to have one locally, but there's not one for like 45 miles.
What, did it close?
Did
it close?
Yeah, the one locally did. It
okay.
Closed years ago.
All right. I'm going to wrap it up. We're at 10:32. A little bit of overtime. Not much, but Ski Man is with us in the Zoom chat, so don't need to really do a whole lot of overtime. But I am thinking about maybe experimenting with a little bit longer streams. But there's a caveat to that, and that'll be discussed at a later date, maybe as early as tomorrow or Sunday. I want to thank everyone on YouTube for being here. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, my email address is on the screen, kstoutzoom000m@gmail.com, or just shoot me an email in general and say, "Hey, how's it going?" or "Hey, your show sucks," or whatever you want to say. I will answer. If you send me an email, I will answer. Oh, look at Greg's background. That looks like a good tomato right there. Or as Robert says, that's a mater. I want to thank the homies, Greg, Sam, Rich, William, Jeff. Well, you guys got to separate. We're going to have to change some names here. Alex, Darren, Robert, Michael, and Chris Garrett with Max and Little Man I see in Robert's picture. So good night. We'll see you, those of you that join us regularly every night, and would like to get some more people on here. Have a great night. See you tomorrow on Doug's, because I think there will be a Doug show tomorrow, Mr. Cheek.